right, coming up next, it is a welterweight matchup between Damian Maia and the Hall of Famer, Royce Gracie. Well, this guy has truly made the takedown a thing of beauty in mixed martial arts. With respect to yourself and George St. Pierre and the truly great takedown artists, this guy's closing the gap and entering that company in the eyes of many.
Oh, absolutely, because he's done such a great job of timing takedowns. I haven't seen anyone so good at slipping a jab into a takedown since George St. Pierre.
Right.
He does a phenomenal job of getting from step one to step two before his opponent even realizes now he's in on my leg. And if they do get their hip back, immediately he's up into a foot sweep or a headlock or an inside trip. It's just so many different ways for him to get you to the floor that he will throw every single one at you every single time.
And a lot of fighters talk about that wrestling maintenance and how hard it is, right, over the course of a career to continue to drill those things. He talks a lot about that, and that's why he's continued to realize success here in the UFC. Well, it's always exciting when you have such a high-level Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner. This man has been a master of the submission in the UFC, and even though a lot of people know what's coming, more often than not, they're unable to stop.
Because the knowledge of the Jiu-Jitsu game is truly something that it's hard to replicate when a guy is as good as he is. I mean, he will jump for a triangle. He will jump for an armbar. And as you slam him to the ground, he starts to understand, okay, I'm right where I need you right now. This is when the game starts for him. If he doesn't secure that submission, he gets you where he needs you to be in order to start to really make you drown. It's like going in deep water and getting pulled down over and over again, because every time you think, if I do this, it'll make it better, it just makes it worse.
And best of luck trying to find a training partner to simulate this guy in the gym.
It can't happen, and it won't happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 13 wins, 2 losses, and 2 draws. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 170 pounds, fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Ladies and gentlemen, he is a member of the UFC Hall of Fame, Royce Gracie. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 28 wins, 11 losses. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 170 pounds, fighting out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, Damian Maia. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Yves Lavigne.
The veteran Yves Lavigne draws the assignment here.
You ready? Are you ready?
All right, folks, here we go with round 1. This is not the Eddie Bravo Invitational. This is the UFC, and 2 of the more decorated Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belts we have in this or any division.
Yes, in any division. We've never seen guys that can really incorporate the Jiu-Jitsu into fighting as we've seen this 2 do. But who's going to make a mistake? Who's going to leave an arm out there to get grabbed? Who's going to leave their neck out? Let's see, when you put 2 great Jiu-Jitsu players together, who can get their hand raised in the octagon.
Oh, nice job using his strength there to posture up. We'll see what he can do now.
He's going to start looking to land. Now the guy's got armbar. He's attacking it on him. And attacking armbar.
Oh, he picks him up and slams him down.
Explosive slam to lift him and slam him out of that armbar. Go right into side control. Now let's see what he does, right?
Sometimes when you do that, the choke or the submission.
He's going to start trying to move to a submission here. It looks like he's trying to attack an arm triangle. Watch triangle, watch triangle. There he is. He's moving to the finisher position. Down one. Oh, man, that was slick.
Good movement by him here, transitioning very well on the ground tonight.
Step for step, he's staying with his opponent in every transition.
Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by Grayson. Sound strike on the ground. Crazy accuracy and efficiency with these ground and pound strikes here. And if you're the opponent, you got to intelligently defend or the referee's going to stop it.
You got to defend. But you can see him now starting to gain posture, and the intensity at which he's throwing these ground strikes is starting to improve. It's starting to elevate because he knows that he can get the finish. He's a tech armbar now.
Oh, we're getting a finish here.
Now he's okay. Now he can escape.
Elbow lands for him. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position up the bottom.
All right, well, he's got him softened up here. Maybe an opportunity to get a choke here.
Yeah, he lifts the head and goes under. Looks like he's trying to get a bulldog choke. Oh! You don't see this very often. Most times...
Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. How about this fight, folks? You see, he was nearly caught in a submission there right at the end of the round. Saved by the bell. So back to the stool. Mentally probably not in a great place here. We'll see if he can recover and get himself back into this fight.
He needs to push the arm to the side. Get his head against the mat. Now watch, as he goes to the finish, watch his chest go to the mat. He goes flat, all weight to his opponent.
Ready?
Second round underway. The kickboxing chops on full display with that offering. Nicely done.
Beautiful, great landing on that double leg.
Oh, he postured up there, gained some valuable separation.
And now, the ground and pound starts.
Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here.
Now he's going to try to attack Kimura here.
Nicely done. All right, close guard now. You got to be careful, though. He's got a lot of submissions off his back. Splits the guard, lands the right hand. Beautiful movement, hip work on the ground here, just outstanding with the transitions.
He is not staying in one place on the ground. That's very important.
Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position up the bottom.
The Kimura is not the arm. It's the shoulder pressure that usually makes you tap.
But now DC trying to isolate an arm.
Yep, he's using the Kimura. Turn on the elbow, and he's going to chase the
Brilliant submission defense there. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like...
Right now, it looks like he may be trying to set up an arm triangle choke. He needs to secure the left arm, push it across, and secure it with his head. Watch triangle, watch triangle. There he is, he's moving to the finisher position. Now watch, he go parallel right next to his opponent. When it's time to finish, he has to go flat. Oh, he might have got him with a choke.
Wow. All right, side control now, DC. When you get side control in the fight, what are you doing?
When I get to the side control of the fight, and I believe this young man should do the same thing, it's secure first. Grab everything in tight. Make sure your elbows are in. Make sure you've got something locked in so your opponent doesn't just squirm away. Punch short punches, but try to make the opponent make a choice. Either he turns back into you, take your front headlock, or he turns in the opposite direction, you throw your hook in, and you start looking to get a choke off.
Man, as he landed a high volume of strikes here in round two, definitely picking up the pace after round one.
Fantastic takedown.
Well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. All right, well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. Now maybe trying to get to a choke position here, DC. And the horn sounds on round 2.
Você foi bem, mas a gente não tá bem na luta. Você tem que contra-atacar, entendeu?
Well, what a round it was, especially from a striking standpoint. DC, take us through.
High-level striking. I mean, this is what people come through the doors to see. Two men stand on a quarter, chest to chest, forehead to forehead, and let it all fly. I'm surprised nobody went out, but it does excite me for the next round.
You ready? You ready?
Third and final round. Well, he's always on the counterattack, but a nice leg kick there by Maia. Well, we told you off the top he had the reach advantage, and you saw it right there with that punch. Maia gets caught with that punch. His chin is held up thus far. Got to shore up the defense here, though. Throwing that jab yet again out of range. Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to pile up these...
This is exactly what he needed to get a takedown and secure the position.
Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom. The Kimura is not the arm. It's the shoulder pressure that usually makes you tap.
But now DC trying to isolate an arm.
Yep, he's using the Kimura.
And he's out. All right, so he postures up here and now figures to rain down some ground strikes.
Yeah, the ground and pound will be aplenty from this position.
Under 3 minutes remain. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
And he's out.
Now into his mouth.
Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. With 2 minutes and change to go in round 3.
Oh, nice right hand.
Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
Strong bottom work here, staying busy. He's having his way with him here. 1 minute to go. And back to his feet. 45 seconds remain in the round. Nice hammer fist. Oh, bleeding from his cheek now. Damage done. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground.
He's going to start trying to move to a submission here. It looks like he's trying to attack the arm triangle. Watch triangle, watch triangle. Needs to push the arm to the side. Get his head against the mat. Now watch, as he goes to the finish, watch his chest go to the mat. He goes flat, all weight to his opponent.
The official decision is in. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges score this contest 29-28. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Damian Maia!
All right, congratulations to him. He is your winner by unanimous decision and certainly a dominant performance here tonight.
Yeah, he did a great job of just dictating and controlling all the engagements of this fight. His opponent never really had an opportunity to lead the dance. He did that from start to finish, and he wins.
Coming up next, it is a heavyweight collision between Mark Coleman and Chael Sonnen. right, so an interesting stylistic clash here. Prevailing wisdom is he's going to try to take his opponent down and get off some of that patented ground and pound.
Yes, and once he's on top, he starts to just gain control first. He does not try to rush to the next position because he understands whether or not he's in the guard, half guard, or side control, he can find ways to land big damage. In the side control, he does a really good job of going knee on belly, posturing his body all the way to the top, and just coming down with big punches. Boom, once he lands, he goes back and he secures.
Right.
Then he goes back to find another big strike. He does not waste energy just throwing little rabbit punches. Everything has to matter, as you've seen in some of the great ground and pound fighters you've ever seen, like Jack Hermanson, guy that beats you into the bottom of the octagon until you roll over and give up your neck to get submitted.
Yeah, nothing pitter-patter about it.
No.
All right, so here he is, one of the more prolific takedown artists in the UFC at present. And when you get some praise from Daniel Cormier, when it comes to your offensive takedown game, you know you're doing something right.
And we talk about wrestlers and judo players and grapplers, but this guy just combines all of that. He is able to use foot sweeps from the grappling game. He is able to use throws from judo, and he's able to use wrestling from the wrestling game to take people down. He has an array of takedowns at his disposal, and he uses every single one of them. From the speed of the level change to the timing to the knowledge of where to go next when the guy starts to defend, he's truly something special.
I don't think he can take you down, but tonight he doesn't have to. So in this matchup, prevailing wisdom is he'll be able to get this fight to the canvas. And now our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. So more than 10 years apart, these two fighters, with the same height and a similar reach. To get us started with the official introductions, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a wrestler, holding a professional record of 29 wins, 14 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Westland, Oregon, Chael Sonnen! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a wrestler, holding a professional record of 16 wins, 10 losses. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 235 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, he is a member of the UFC Hall of Fame and the former UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Mark the Hammer Coleman! And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Dan Murgliata.
Dan Murgliata, your referee.
You ready? You ready?
Round 1. Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman.
Chael Sonnen gets caught with that punch. He'd be wise to get those hands up. And he landed the right hand there. Timing his shots pretty well here early, DC.
He's doing a great job of mixing things up, keeping busy, being very active.
Well, no surprise, he goes for the takedown there, unable to get the fight to the canvas.
This is a testament to his opponent, his ability to see the shots coming, defend them, and make the fight happen where he wants it to.
Couple of chins here being tested early.
Left hand punch to the clinch. I mean, this guy is really focused on those punches to the head inside of the clinch. Switch that tape down, there you go.
Bottom fighter better move.
Yeah, he's got to move, John. He's got to shrimp and try to either get up or pull his opponent back into him so he doesn't have the posture to land that big damage.
Well, you got to be working off of your back. He's certainly doing so here. Nice punch. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Right inside his opponent's guard here, DC. Only play. Oh, now trying to isolate an arm, DC.
He needs to move his hips back to cover. He cannot allow him on that angle because the guy hit armbar. He's attacking armbar now.
Oh, he picks him up and slams him down.
Explosive slam to lift him and snap
Sometimes when you do that, the choke or the
Yes.
submission can get tighter, but he was able to evade it there.
Yes.
I love watching this guy move on the ground. Another nice transition there.
Such a high-level grappler. You don't see that very often.
Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. All right, he's hanging out inside the closed guard of his opponent here, DC. You got to be careful.
Right now, it looks like he may be trying to set up an arm triangle choke. He needs to secure the left arm, push it across, and secure it with his head. He needs to push the arm to the side, get his head against the mat. Now watch, as he goes to the finish, watch his...
And this might just be a matter of time. And there it is.
He got him!
Yeah, you've got to admire the focus and the commitment to getting the finish. You could tell he was in hot pursuit of that submission much earlier in the round, but he didn't want to rush it, so he sets it up beautifully, lets it materialize almost organically, and ultimately gets the desired result. All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
I mean, you know, this guy has such a great submission game that you cannot lay in his guard. He's so skilled, he's so tricky, and he's so good at weaving a web that gets you lost in it that he made him pay for it tonight and got the submission victory.
So there he is, your winner by submission, and that's exactly how you put the rest of this division on notice. Looks like this guy could be a factor moving forward in this division.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Bergliata has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 33 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out, Mark the Hammer Coleman!
Well, the celebration is on in his corner, and hard to blame these guys, sort of waiting to exhale. Coming up next, it's a middleweight matchup between Vanderlei Silva and Michael Bisping. All right, so here he is, one of the better offensive takedown guys we have in the UFC, DC. And if anyone is well-equipped to speak to this, it is you. The opponent knows what's coming. At least to this point in the UFC, no one's been able to stop.
He just has to keep him away, because the moment this guy gets close enough to either grab a leg or make body contact, now you're in trouble. He has a knowledge and understanding of position from a lifetime of just all grappling, judo, wrestling, sambo. He does it all, and he has just so many ways to get you to the floor. This guy once told me that if you can get your leg, he's going to finish. Because he's going to give you so many things to think about you will not be able to process and keep up with him, and eventually you're on the mat. It's unbelievable to watch him apply that knowledge to the mixed martial arts fight.
And as the wrestlers say, this is not a guy you want anywhere near your bracket.
No, you don't want him in the bracket.
All right, well, he's one of the more accomplished strikers in this division. Sprawl and brawl, whatever you want to say, he's going to try to keep this fight standing tonight.
It does not matter how he accomplishes it. All he wants to do is be on his feet and at range, hitting you with the beautiful jab, staying away from the grappling exchanges. You don't accomplish all the things that this man has accomplished over the course of his career without understanding distance. He has great distance management, which then in turn allows him to land all these beautiful diverse kicks, spinning back kick, jumping high kick, so many things he possesses that he will try to use tonight in this fight.
Yeah, if this turns into a kickboxing match tonight, most people believe, yeah, his opponent is in a world of trouble. Our tale of the tape for this middleweight fight. The Brazilian is 34. The Brit is 37. He will have a 1-inch reach advantage. To get us started with the official introductions, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer, holding a professional record of 31 wins, 9 losses. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Manchester, England, Michael the Count Bisping. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a Muay Thai fighter holding a professional record of 35 wins, 12 losses, 1 draw, and 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, the ex-murderer, And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Herb Dean.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready. You ready to fight?
All right, so here we are back in Newark, New Jersey, inside the Prudential Center for another monumental UFC event. And I think the biggest memory for me in this building was Colby Covington, the main event against Robbie Lawler. That was as inspiring an offensive performance that I've seen in some time.
He blew the roof off of the Prudential Center. Whether you wanted to boo him or...
Whoa!
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad. Nice punch lands over the top. Oh! What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish this fight.
All right, so a nice job there defensively to raise the guard and prevent it.
Oh, he got him real good, too. Beautiful kick.
All right, single collar tie now. Oh, nice combination of strikes there. In terms of the accuracy, I mean, that's exactly what a coach is looking for.
That's exactly.
Oh!
Serve him up. Go get him.
All right, he's got the full mount now. Is this one of the most dominant positions in MMA? Is that fair to say?
It's a very dominant position. It's one of the most ideal positions you can get to, especially if you are fighting someone that doesn't truly understand that they're not in as much danger as they are, because it's dangerous, but there are a lot of outs, and if a person isn't very understanding of that, then you can really, really put some damage on it.
Under 2 minutes to go. All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling should really be entertaining.
Just out of range with that right hand. Bisping gets caught with that. Oh!
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Wow!
Every time these guys come together, man, you just...
Oh, he might be out. All right, good movement by him here on the ground. He really is a master of these transitions.
He is a master of movement on the ground. You never know where he's going to be.
How about those 5 minutes?
All right, take a deep breath. Relax. You're okay. You got rocked that last round, but you're fine.
All right, so a big knockdown for him, courtesy of that punch in that round. DC, here's a replay.
Big moment in the previous round. They were both fighting very well, but when he landed this punch right here that sits his opponent down, it showed that the power is not equal, and if he can land, he does have the ability to damage him.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, round 2. Bisping gets caught with that punch. And a nice job at least staying upright on that. Bisping gets caught with that punch. He'd be wise to get those hands up. Oh!
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Oh! And just like that, the fight is over.
It's over. It's over. What a performance!
Yeah, that was just a gorgeous shot to end the fight right there. I'm not even sure the opponent really saw it coming. So back to the drawing board for him. But for the winner, this is certainly exactly what he was looking for here tonight. Well, another highlight for the real DC as we look back at that scintillating knockout.
Yeah, but the whole fight, he was landing great strikes, kicks, punches. He was doing everything right until eventually he found the shot that ended the fight.
Bruce Buffer has your official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 29 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout, Michael "The Count" Bisping!
Well, he's smiling ear to ear, and why not after a knockout like that? I need to take it to... Up next, it's a UFC heavyweight division collision. Well, he's one of the more accomplished Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioners in this division, DC, and I know how many chokes you have in your arsenal. Offensive Jiu-Jitsu, defensive Jiu-Jitsu, doesn't get much better than this guy.
It doesn't get as high level in terms of the Jiu-Jitsu knowledge. He knows in every exchange that he's the guy that's processing things at a different level. From the armbar submissions that he has shown in the octagon to the beautiful guillotine chokes that he does over and over again. And don't think that he won't roll for a knee bar and get a submission.
Right.
It's just constant danger when you're in the jiu-jitsu with this guy.
And even the high-level wrestlers that he's fought have paused to try to take him down because of that patented guillotine.
It's
so truly a
unbelievable.
case of pick your poison with this Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner. All right, here's the former UFC heavyweight champion and in all likelihood future UFC Hall of Famer Cain Velasquez. You guys have been sharpening each other's skills for years, and it's good to see Cain back and healthy here tonight.
Exactly where he belongs. Cain Velasquez is a fighter, and he deserves to be fighting inside of the octagon. One of the tighter strikers the UFC has ever seen in the heavyweight division. The cardio, the pace, the pressure that you face when you fight a Cain Velasquez is overwhelming. Guys melt, and it's because after one round you realize we're just getting started.
Right.
And Cain's only revving up the engine. It's truly, truly difficult to stare down the barrel of a fight with Cain Velasquez.
And he hasn't necessarily adopted my Cardio Cain moniker, but there are few guys that can match the cardiovascular strength of the great Cain Velasquez. Big spot for him here tonight. Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. The American is 31. The Brazilian is 44. He is 2 inches taller. The reach is the same. And now to get us started, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon, Yves Lavigne. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 34 wins, 10 losses, 1 draw, and 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 240 pounds. Fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Antonio Rodrigo Minotauro Nogueira! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red red corner, this man is a wrestler holding a professional record of 14 wins, 3 losses. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 240 pounds. Fighting out of San Jose, California, ladies and gentlemen, he is a former UFC heavyweight champion, Kane!
Okay, protect yourself at all time, obey my command at all time. If you want to touch love, do it now, go back to your corner.
They touch him up, and we are underway.
You ready? Are you ready? Fight!
You see that a lot of times with wrestlers versus grapplers, right? The wrestler gets on top, he's got the strong base, and the grappler can't move him. He ends up stuck down there, wasting time. The wrestler starts to advance position and get grounded.
Oh, big knee.
That knee hurt him. That jab hurt him.
So pretty impressive work by him here against the fence. Not just staying busy, but staying accurate as well.
Staying very...
All right, going for the early takedown, and he gets it. So no surprise he wanted to get this fight to the ground, and that is certainly a good sign for him moving forward in this fight.
He felt as if he had a massive advantage in the grappling and the wrestling. He was able to secure that takedown very early in the first round.
A lot of top pressure being applied here. Oh, big combination of ground and pound strikes here, DC. This could be the beginning of the end.
I mean, you got to be very careful when you take these big ground and pound strikes. You need a controlled posture on the bottom, and if you're the top guy, the guy that's looking to finish, continue to gain posture and rain down big strikes on your opponent.
Back to the feet now. Nice kick landed there by Nogueira. Clipped him with the right hand there.
Continuing to go to the head.
Oh, big knee there. Oh!
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Back to the feet. Now a knee.
Punch over the top.
And they separate. Nogueira gets caught by that straight punch. His defense has abandoned him tonight. Just misses with the straight right. All right, so a near perfect entry there, and finally he gets his first takedown of the fight, and they say if at first you don't succeed, try again, he's ever getting down there.
Persistence pays, and that's what we saw with this young man. Over and over, he shot for takedowns, he tried to mix it up, and he got the finish. But eventually, he got it done. Now, what does he do with this top control?
Oh, the ground and pound is there. Nicely done there as he forces the miss from his opponent. Seconds to go. Oh, all right, he's got the full mount now, DC, and he has proven to be a hard guy to buck off from this position.
Oh, because he's so heavy. He keeps it.
Now the guy's got arm bar. He's attacking it on him.
Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. So the fighter was really caught in a submission there just as the horn sounded. Safe to say he was saved by the bell there. So back to the stools they go. 60 seconds to recover here. We're gonna fight on, ladies and gentlemen. Another round coming up. All right, so there's the horn. He got knocked down by a punch in that round, but he is able to survive. We'll see if they can make some adjustments.
He's as tough as they come. He took that shot and he kept plodding forward. He got off of his butt. He got himself off of the canvas and tried to get right back to work. But he cannot take many more of these. You don't want to be the guy that's testing how tough that your chin is.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
All right, round two.
He has a commitment to kick it tonight, and it shows. He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Big knee there. Oh, he might be out.
That was a jab.
And now he lands a combination. Now goes in and secures the takedown. Eats the elbow there. A couple of hammer fists now. Oh, wow, that happened quickly as the fighter reverses position there on the ground.
Unbelievable position change. Wow, what a transition.
All right, so pretty good damage here with the ground and pound. Nothing superficial about these strikes. They are intending to harm.
Oh, yeah, he's landing very accurately, and he's landing to get damage off.
All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground.
He's going to start trying to move to a submission here. It looks like he's trying to attack this arm triangle. Arm triangle, arm triangle. There he is. He's moving to the finishing position. Now watch, he goes parallel right next to his opponent. When it's time to finish, he has to go flat.
And this might just be a matter of time. Wow. Ooh, right into side control, DC.
This is where you want to be now because you get to make your opponent decide. They try to turn back into you, you can attack guillotine. If they turn away to try to get to your knees, you throw your hooks in, and you got all your rear choke submission.
Man, how fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage with the ground and pound?
Take it back to the days of guys like Mark Coleman, just beating people up in the ground and pound. This guy is a throwback fighter, very fun to watch.
Yeah, the Godfather would be proud. Nogueira gets caught with that punch. Not the easiest guy in the world to hit, but he got caught there. Quick entry here.
Nice single leg entry. Rotates the head outside to a high block. Big slam takedown. That was beautiful.
All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Strong bottom work here, staying busy. Seconds remain in the round. 20 seconds left.
Big powerful punch land. Now we get back to ring.
Nogueira's kick to the body, that one blocked. All right, no telestrator for DC tonight, but we'll get you some replays. And if you like face punching, that was a good round.
Yeah, where's my telestrator, man? I want to draw this action. But yeah, John, you're right. It was the striking, it was the punches that really did allow him to take control of this round. Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one?
In a single collar tie here. Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? Well, we wondered earlier why there weren't as many body strikes. He's making up for lost time here. Shot to the body connects, and that bears watching. That's going to hurt this opponent.
Right hand punch to the swing. Oh! Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now. Try to take him down. There you go.
Oh, he slams him to the ground. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. All right, well, he's got him softened up here. Just over 3 minutes to go. Back to the feet now. Man, this is some serious ground and pound here, DC. He's not just staying busy.
That'll do it! And that'll do it! He got him! What a performance!
Yeah, that was just a gorgeous shot to end the fight right there. I'm not even sure the opponent really saw it coming. So back to the drawing board for him. But for the winner, this is certainly exactly what he was looking for here tonight. All right, let's get you some replays now. Certainly a lot for our replay guys to work with in the truck. This was a clinic tonight in terms of mixed martial arts acumen in every realm of the game.
And once he got to the top, he started to land brutal ground and pound until the fight was called off. Just a dominant performance from the top position.
The official decision is in. Here is the veteran voice, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 17 seconds of the third round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Antonio Rodrigo Minotauro Nogueira.
Well, he's smiling ear to ear, and why not after a knockout like that? I need to take it to the after party tonight.
I mean, this is what dreams are made of. You dream of the knockout like this, and then the party after, where you and all